YouTube.
It wasn't. There you go.
I hate you. I was so ready. I was so ready.
Try it again.
What I do, YouTube? It's Tone TV. Taking over for 99 with the ass. Yeah. I'm back at you with another video. This week we're doing MacDonald, White Boy. So this song has a really great message I hear, so I want to get into it and check it out. So let's get it.
I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burnt a cross or hid my face with a hood. You can't just label me racist, cause I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive. My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed cause of my pretty blue eyes.
Real quick, just based on what he said so far, I really agree with this shit so far. Just because I feel like a lot of people want to hate all white people or all black people for some shit that happened fucking hundreds of years ago. I get it. It's still prevalent today. Don't get me wrong. There is still lingering racism, still lingering effects from racism and slavery. But we can't hate, someone just because they're white based off some shit that happened before. You know what I mean? I feel like I judge everybody based on the individual person. Like, if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. If you're a fucking asshole, I'll beat the fuck at you. Like, that's really, it's very simple. It's nothing, like, it's not harder than it has to be. I feel like a lot of what racism stems from is literally just prejudgment. You know what I mean? So, if you're trying to fight racism, why would you continue to feed what fucking causes racism?
Preach, my brother. That shit was tough. I said the same thing.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, really?
Like, I didn't say that smart, but like, he was throwing out big words and shit. I was like, yeah, you say that shit, nigga.
Well, shit, yeah, that's right. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna try to fight racism, why the fuck would you feed it based off why would you try to fight it with prejudgment? That's where racism comes from. There wouldn't be racism if there wasn't any prejudgments. You know what I'm saying? So, just based on what he said so far, I'm sure, it's a long song, so it has more to it, but yeah, based on that so far.
A Nazi, white supremacist. Anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics. The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say the white race as a whole ain't the enemy. There's racist white people, but we're far from that collectively.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy. White boy, white noise. I can't say with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy. I don't dislike Tanisha cause her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a waste of energy. Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps. He stole the culture right from the blacks. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the
Real quick again. Just because now he's going into, like, taking culture or whatever. The good thing about fucking America, the great thing about America, I think the only thing that separates America from every other fucking country in the fucking world is that it's made to build, it's made to be a fucking melting pot. This is the one place in the fucking country, in the world, that really doesn't have one, how do I say this properly, like, one, I guess, defining cultural thing. Like, yes, you have the American culture, but it's not a black culture, it's not a white culture, it's not an Asian culture. It's every single culture mixed from the world into one that separates it from everything else. Like, if you want to see like a Mexican culture, then go to Mexico. If you want to see a Venezuelan culture, go to Venezuela. If you want to see a English culture, go to England. You can go to different countries, and that's awesome. Each country has their own culture, and that's great for them. That's fucking amazing. I think we should have our own individual cultures, but at the same time, when it comes to America as a whole, like, it's made to be a fucking melting pot. It's not made to be, like, separated. You know what I'm saying? So there really isn't a true American culture in that sense of where if you're not black, you can't do that. If you're white, you can't do that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's like certain small things here and there, But I think as a whole, America is built to be a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was fucking meant to be. You know, that's just America. There is no necessarily like only white culture here or only black culture here. Like you have your own individual areas that may lean towards being a predominantly white culture, predominantly black culture, predominantly Asian, predominantly Hispanic, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. But as a country, as a fucking country as a whole, it's made to be a melting pot. It's made to have everything combined into one. That's what it's fucking built for. So yeah, I'll bring it back a little bit because you're about to say something. Let's go.
He stole the culture right from the flags. Okay, it's fire, but we lit the flame. He's siphoning gas. So this corny little honky man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
White boy, white noise. I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. I got a mother, a father, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and hate the races. I pray for their extinction. If you wanna hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless, and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship. Stop before you say it. I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads. Sakes, acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer while I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments, and I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would never judge a human for the cards he was given or call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis, I think they're better off dead. They're fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't because they said so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely because the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common.
White boy, don't say that.
The thing he was just talking about was like, don't hate your white neighbor. Those who really control the racism and control like how someone is personified in the media is gonna be like your Rockefellers. It's gonna be the owner of the CNN, owner of Fox. It's gonna be the owner of the big labels. It's gonna be the names that you don't even know about. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the name people that you never even heard of that really control shit. Like when it comes to perpetrating hate, like in the media, it's. I think I was talking to you about this. I was talking to someone about this the other day. Like, the media, they don't want to hear about how, the white kid and the black kid and whatever kid all hung out and fucking, were just friends and it was all love and everything was cool. They don't want to hear that shit. Like, they don't want to hear, look at the news. For every one good thing that you hear in the news, you hear about 15 bad things. Because the good things aren't good stories to them. Like, they don't, good things about love and unity and peace and all that shit. I almost said a lot of bullshit, but that's not but peace and love.
War.
Right? No, but peace and love and unity and all that shit. Like, that's not good ratings to them. They don't see that as good ratings. You know what I'm saying? And to them, ratings are everything because ratings are views. Rating is more funding. Ratings are everything to them. Now, what causes good ratings are going to be like, oh, the black thug did a fucking drive-by today, or the white Nazi ran over some black teenagers. You know what I mean? Like, that's gonna cause people to view in because they want to know the story. Like, oh, why did it happen? When did it happen? Where did it happen? This is gonna cause views. It's gonna cause ratings. So they want that bad shit. They want all the negativity. They're gonna keep feeding you negativity until like you just fucking are engulfed by it. You know what I mean? Like and media is meant to fucking portray different sides of it. Like if you look at a newspaper from a predominantly blue state compared to a predominantly red state, same exact newspaper, same exact story and article, the title is gonna be different. It's gonna portray. You can look this shit up. Like this is facts. Like you can look it up, and it will write a different title and change a few facts here and there in the article to play towards whatever side they're trying to win over, whatever side they're playing towards. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna play it towards a more conservative side, they're gonna make it seem like the leftists are fucking evil bastards. You know what I'm saying? If they're playing it towards the left side, they're gonna make the right seem like all Nazis and racist and all shit like that. That's what they do. That's what they're meant to fucking do. Or that's not they're meant to do, but at least that's what, in their minds meant to do. That's what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So we live in a world where like you really have to research this shit on your own. Like look at the full story. Like, cause if you do it based off just the media is gonna fucking fuck with your brain all day long and feed you under bullshit that isn't true. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they'll sprinkle a little. The best lie is always sprinkled with a little bit of fact. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, they'll tell a little truth here and there. They'll sprinkle a little bit of truth in there. They'll tell you the general story, but they might, switch over. They might switch a little facts here and there. So really, just be careful what you see and read, because that's what the media does. Like they're trying to fucking push it all away from each other to the point where we don't even like nobody. Like we're supposed to, like, they want us to think that all white people are Nazis, all black people are fucking thugs and gang members, all Mexicans are fucking illegals, and they, what I'm saying. So it's like they want us to think that shit. When in reality, that's not the fucking case. So just fuck the media, really. That's what I gotta say about that. But let's get back into it.
White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy. White boy, no one say I can't say with my white voice. White boys, white lies, don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
Man. So that was McDonald, White Boy. Great song with a great message. I'm not necessarily sure if this is what he meant to portray in the video, but maybe I'm reading too deep into it. But in the video, the professor or teacher or whatever in the video was trying to defend him, and then towards the end, after he was defending him all this time, was trying to get attacked too. You know what I mean? And that's, I think, portrays the message towards at least black people. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ever see a black person that protects a white person and say, oh no, like he's not racist, he's not a Nazi, whatever, the media, or people who are consumed by the media, will start to attack that person protecting him, because they think, why the fuck are you defending this white boy, like defending this fucking black guy? Like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, the fuck you doing? So I don't know if that's what he was going for that, but that's something you could probably, at least I saw in it. But yeah, man, great message. Like he was saying, like I was saying, just when it comes to America, at least, this is the one country in the world where this shit it's fucking supposed to happen. It's a melting pot. You know what I mean? It's not made to segregate. Yeah, we do have a bad past of segregation and slavery. We do, but how the fuck do we move past that and become a better nation as a whole if we keep holding on to that? Like, don't forget it, because I'm a big person. I'm like really into history, so I feel like we shouldn't forget our history, but we should learn from it. You know what I'm saying? We can't learn from something we forgot. You know what I'm saying? If you forgot your times tables, how the fuck are you gonna learn calculus or pre-calculus? You know what I mean? But I think we should definitely take our history and learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like trying to fight hate with hate, like, if you hate me, cool, like, whatever. But, like, if I try and hate you back and we just try to one up each other, oh, I hate you more, no, I hate you more, no, I hate you more, and we keep doing things to constantly, build that hatred, we're going to eventually, bring ourselves into it, bring our friends into it, bring our family into it, and it stems. It's a tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes from one branch to the other, and it's just going to keep growing until, like, we all hate each other. And where the fuck do we go from there? Like, we can't grow from that. That's where civil wars happen. That's where, racial internal terrorists happen. You know, 'cause we're trying to attack each other all the time. Don't get me wrong, there are racists out there. There is hatred out there. Like, it's hope to God it goes away eventually. Maybe, you know, it's just time will tell kind of thing. But comparing it to fucking, you know, even 50 years ago, 60 years ago, civil rights, or there's no comparison. You know what I mean? Like, Philando Castile, for example, actually was a family friend of mine. You know, him and my dad were actually best friends growing up. So, but on that same note, that same dad of mine has cousins and family that are police officers. So, like, for me personally, my own personal perspective, I've seen both sides of it. I can see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Philando Castile was shot by a police officer, and killed by a police officer. But, so, you know, do I think the cop made a mistake? Yes. But mistakes do fucking happen. You know what I mean? It happens. We're humans, you know? Just because you put a badge on them doesn't mean they're fucking Superman. You know what I mean? They make mistakes. They're still human. But with that being said, unless you're a police officer yourself, you really can't 100% say what you would have done in that same situation. Because you've never been in that same situation. You know what I mean? So I'm playing devil's advocate right now by saying this, but it's the truth. Like, if you've never been in that situation, you cannot tell someone how they should react in that same situation. You know, if someone who has been in that same situation gives their opinion, then, you know, cool. You can take both opinions and you can think about it yourself, but you can't tell them what to do or how to react. Cops make mistakes. It happens. But for every one cop mistake, I guarantee you there's hundreds of they did the right fucking thing. Or hundreds, maybe even thousands of they did the right fucking thing. They made the right choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have friends who used to be a cop, used to work up in the Bay Area, and he was told by like his police chief to look out. Word for word, this was exactly what he said. He was told by his police chief to look out for niggers because they're the most violent and they're they react and they always have guns on them. Word for word is exactly what he told me he was told. And so there is hatred out there in certain police officers, but just like there's hatred in police officers, there's hatred of those being policed. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times do we hear in rap music, gangster rap music, saying "fuck the police," "I'll kill a cop if I see one," "fuck a cop," like, you know what I mean? So it's like we're fighting hatred with hatred. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we have to love all cops. I'm not saying that we have to fucking, you know, think they're fucking Superman or, you know, the Justice League. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to think that. But if we're fighting hate with hatred, we only get hatred. We only get more pain, more suffering. We only get more violence. But yeah, I've talked a lot about that, but that's true facts though. But yeah, man, Tom McDonald, thank you for that message. I think it was a great message. And once again, shout out to YouTube, shout out to Simba TV for allowing me to do this. Please, if you want 25% off, go to the inbox down there. Description box, whatever.
Inbox. What is this? Instagram?
DM me. No, but go to the description box. Go to the link down there. Type in Tone TV. 25% off. Thank you again, YouTube. See you. I'm gonna do it.